Underdog Daily. Jon and Nez takes hanging out, Black and Yellow Dog app platform of the sunglasses. And yeah, man, let's get after it today. Let's have fun. Let's just rip some drafts. We'll talk about a couple of these rookies and stuff. But back to the tried and true intro here, Nez, with the debacles of yesterday.
Dude, I literally just watched it back and it was fine. Yesterday was fine. I don't know what was going on with your playback, but it looks fine.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, we nailed it.
All right. Boys are back. Fun show from yesterday with Dave there. Dave streamed like 5 more times since then, too. This guy's going crazy. Solver channel is blowing up right now. So if you guys want some more Dave content, I saw Gumby was on there yesterday. I saw Chad Candles was on this morning. These guys are working hard out here. So love to see it. Appreciate everybody joining an hour early. Your boy has been blue collar laboring it up here. And as I made a big mistake. Yesterday. I love the Troll Co. I'm currently wearing the Troll Co. When you're going to have a bunch of contractors over at your house to quote you on jobs, do not wear your dirty hands, clean money, support, pay me for my labor and my experience t-shirts. Do not have your Troll Co mug on the desk. I swear, man, these guys were hitting me with like upcharge after upcharge when they saw I was like a support blue collar guy.
I feel like they could have gone either way. If you were like, I hate if you kind of gave the opposite vibe, I feel like they would also tax you. So I don't know. I think that was like a lose-lose for you there.
I'm wearing the Troll Code today, but only for the show. I'm going back into the closet. I'm putting on some baseballism, or I'm putting on some underdog shit before I go over to the new crib and start doing some labor-based endeavors, because I'm not making the same mistake twice, dude.
That's hilarious. I didn't even my fucking gear is a wreck, but that they say like, oh yeah, this guy, we're about to get paid, baby. He likes us.
All-time fish move. It's just like wearing like I never fold on your t-shirt and showing up to the poker table. I never fold.
I think you own that shirt.
Oh, buddy. I should own a couple of them. Your boys had some hardships folding in the past. Nez, kind of an inspired activity twofold here to start the show off. One was the good people in the Discord of yesterday, in particular, Eggers and Brad. Shout out to Brad for winning the baseball slate last night. But yeah, they were like giving me some cover boys for today, and they're 2 rookies. And, you know, we don't really do what the other shows do where they go and break down the full rookie class and whatever. But we've done these big contests, these lottos, and it's been so hinging upon, you know, breakout late rookies or late production in week 17 and that sort of thing. And then I went through the Best Ball Explorer and I was like, oh dear God, I know it was a bad rookie class, or at least a bad rookie running back class on paper. But like, man, I'm getting caught with my pants down right now. And maybe it's just because I haven't seen it before or haven't done enough research or something on the rookie front. So just as kind of like a macro talking point right now, the ADPs are really low for some of these rookies, and they continue to plummet, especially the Jets guys right now. I don't know, man. Just, is this something we should just blindly be buying?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I would definitely be taking the Sadiq dip, but the Omar Cooper dip seems like not worth your time unless you have like none, unless you were avoiding him early before we saw him in camp, and now you have the opportunity to get yourself 4% at a sick cost, because like that ADP of 160 is usually fake. I think he's definitely more, he's like 180s 18th round type of player right now. I compared him to Jeremy Bernard, you know, like that. I think that these are both guys that are wide receiver 4 at the moment. And yeah, it's not really ideal for either. And I think that it won't last for either, but also like, man, I don't know. I'm not an expert. I wasn't a huge fan of Cooper as a prospect. I thought that was a really weird pick and a desperation pick for them to get some weapons there. And this just sort of is confirming my priors on that. So I am, you know, trying to lower my exposure to Cooper as much as possible. But Sadiq, it sounds like he's trending for week 1. And he checks a lot of boxes for me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I basically echo your sentiments here. The other thing that kind of like pushes into this conversation is I saw a draft that was posted, a solver screenshot there of the solver report by Crutches in one of our Discord threads there. And he just took all the guys who are falling right now. And is that good general macro principle right now as everybody steams up, Keenan Allen and Neighbors and these kind of guys right now, all these back end, Cyrus Allens and Ted Hurst and whatnot, Jacoby Lane, to just be the guy who encapsulates all the fallers at a cheaper price point than before? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I liked his team that he had, and that was definitely like super juiced by the Tyson CLV, which is going to come down, like is going to crater, and won't look as fun as it does right now. But yeah, I think there's definitely some value in grabbing some of these fallers, especially if they're the right fallers and they're falling for reasons that are overblown. I think you kind of have to really be dialed in and like reading through the tea leaves of some of this stuff to know who the right fallers are. He took Tyson at like 120. I took Tyson at like 130 the other day, and I felt good about it. I think it really just depends on how your team looks at the moment you're on the clock and you're staring down Tyson. But I think it's so worth it to take a stab at 130 for Tyson. Hopefully he can fall there more.
Yeah, Tyson conversation obviously funnels into both the rookie and the injury thing there. To just kind of switch back to some of the upper echelon rookies, I mean, it is also skewing like our perception right now that they are injured. You know what I mean? Like Jeremiah Love's injured, so he's falling a little bit. The Tyson one that you just alluded to. The other ones that we could throw in the mix is like Carnell Tate is the second rookie off the board right now. Like just the fact that the second rookie off the board goes at 61 is just like a brand new drafting landscape that like you and I haven't really like, openly discussed,
Yeah. Tate is one that I certainly struggle with big time because obviously the draft capital is, extremely bullish, but the landing spot is not. And he has pretty decent target competition around him. So you throw all these things together and it doesn't, and you get this 60 ADP, and maybe that's all baked in. And that's, you just take him at ADP, get your 10% Carnell Tate. I need him to fall past ADP, and it sucks when you're on the right side of the board and you're at the 4-5 turn or the 5-6 turn, and Tate is like top of the queue. It's just I just never do it. I just don't do it, dude. I mean, I did do it in a big dog because I'm like I never do it. So I'm like, he was here. It was suggested to me, so I did it. It was a Lamb Jefferson start, to be fair. So I was like, well, let me just do it. That way I can, get it out of the way and not have to do it in BBM ever again. But yeah, like where he goes, I don't know. I need him to go past ADP for me to take him.
Okay. Yeah. At the start of the season, I wanted to be the Cardinal Tate guy and just be like, yo, first overall pick from the year before, top 4 pick from this year. Dayball gave Neighbors 1 billion fucking targets. It's that easy, guys. Like, just pair those two together. And then a little bit of preseason action and seeing what Cam Ward looked like. And okay. Yeah, maybe Dayball brought in his guy, Wandell, for a reason.
I don't want to overreact to that because I can't say that I watched the whole game. I saw one clip of Cam Ward running backwards, and I was like, oh, that's not a good rep.
That's not the way we're going.
Yeah, and that paired with the offensive line being awful. Yeah, I have a lot of concerns about Tennessee, but I really like the sum of the parts that we're concerned about, and I like the coaching staff personally. Okay. So I'm like kind of like in limbo.
Yeah. Yeah, likewise, man. And maybe it's just kind of how I feel about the rookie class in general, because like we got to keep scrolling a bit here until you find the next one. And it's most likely the two, just if memory serves, I'm pretty sure it's the two cover boys there. And it's Casey Concepcion and Stribling who kind of go in this next little pocket in 114, 120. I mean, if you just want to talk about like back-weighted rookies and ADPs and stuff like that, like we're literally talking about maybe 2 guys in the top 80 going forward that are rookies.
That's just 2 guys in the top 80. I'm sorry. Say that again.
It's just like a weird landscape. Like Lemon's in the top 80, like, but he's like a fringe guy who's been falling. Tyson's obviously falling. Like we have 2 rookies in the top 80 in
God,
BBM.
yeah.
It's just it's crazy.
It is bizarre for Best Ball Mania the way people are treating this draft class. But so two things that I would say.
Yeah.
One, JJ Zachariason obviously does a ton of prospect work and, one of the most respected people in the industry when it comes to prospect modeling. And his take was like, this class is like so flat that like, we just have no idea. Like draft capital kind of goes out the window because of it sort of does. It signals a little bit when it's flat, but really it's just like, he's kind of paying attention to the guys that are like popping and like reacting, more strongly because of the ambiguity of the wide receiver class specifically. So I find that to be interesting. And I'm kind of taking that to heart. And I pulled up Stribling big time. I did a big dog yesterday.
Okay.
And I pulled up Stribling to on the right side of the board.
Yeah.
Because he's, he kind of, he's not really making it back to that side of the board anymore. It was at pick 109. It was a huge reach. It was a big reach, but I don't know, man. Niners took him in the second round. Other teams are confirming that, yeah, he graded out really well for us. Purdy is talking him up. He's not running behind Demarcus Robinson, which I mean, I don't know. The audience might be laughing, but I know you respect Demarcus Robinson, and like, he could use like these other rookies are buried behind no-name wide receiver threes. It's a good thing that Stribling isn't. They clearly like him, and I think he offers something kind of unique, which is just not being over 30 and on this offense. So
literally, yeah, that is something.
I think the mystery box upside for Stribling is really, really enticing. And I also still, hold the truth that he's going to give you some zeros this season as well in some games.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I think the 2 that I'm kind of like most like, hey, I got to play catch up on right now are KC and Stribling, and that's why they're on the cover. Good shout in the chat too that I forgot Price. Price is a guy that I have a lot of, but primarily in the BBB is where I was doing it, where you can kind of mask him. I don't like him as much in like the BBM stuff where like you're reliant on him as like RB2. Like that feels a little thin to me there. But yeah, no, I like the Stribling suggestion because like we think Purdy's good. We think that offense is good. We think the division is tough, obviously, but we think that offense is good. We think there's opportunity in said offense now that Ricky Pearsall is gone. Debo's old. Evans is old and still battling through the hamstring stuff, although he was practicing yesterday. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just I'm just kind of being more open to his rise and thinking that it's okay to buy the top on these guys because they're rising for hopefully good reasons.
Right.
One that I'd like to talk about.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Excuse me, is Mekhi Lemon. His ADP is 83, but he falls past this quite a bit to like the 90s. I think he's like if he's there at 90, I think that's like a smash right now. Because he's like the big blurb, 2 big things causing him to fall. He's been injured and not practicing, but he was limited today. And the big blurb of him like not being a starter. And it was just like, oh my gosh, like that's bad. Is he behind Hollywood Brown? Well, no, but he's not a starter. Like, oh shit. Okay. So Eli Sauer's going to play a lot. Well, no, he sucks too. So it's like,
yeah.
Okay. So he's a wide receiver 3 as a rookie with the chance to earn more playing time because he's a really good prospect. And he's back at practice in a limited capacity. I mean, this is probably the floor, but people are still, I think, a little sleep on Mekhi Lemon, and they see him falling and they think it's a falling knife. I think I'm calling bottom on Mekhi Lemon. I don't know that I'm ready to take him at ADP. I want to see him fall, but yeah, I mean, if he fell to 90, I mean, it's like a 1v1. You're on the clock, man, and you have Mekhi Lemon versus Michael Wilson.
Yeah.
Who are you taking? I mean, I think that's kind of fair.
Yeah. I think I have been clicking Wilson, but I have also laid out the bear case for why I don't like Love. So I should just apply that to the pass catchers as well and take Lemon and just be like, what if Lemon can be that 1B to the 1A, and now they've just kind of flipped roles where Devonta Smith's on the outside and Lemon does a little bit more of that slot / in the middle of the field stuff. I mean, a lot of people graded him out as like their 101 in the class. Like, I mean, you could argue till you're blue in the face about the Tate versus Tyson versus Lemon, but there were Lemon truthers out there who were like, this guy's the best guy in the class and he should go no further than the Rams at 13. And just because he fell, now all of a sudden we're like discounting it.
Well, right. And it's interesting too, because, here, if you want to think about it this way, man, I mean, Lemon and Jacoby Lane, playing together at USC, and didn't Lemon just like snatch his chain like crazy? Like Lane was like definitely a prospect that we liked. And then Lemon came along and just like mogged him. But I say that to say now Lane is a camp star. We haven't seen Lemon play all that much. I just, I'm just trying to make the upside case. I'm not even a Jalen Hurts guy, but I think Lemon is like a pretty good fit for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, let's take a little peek skis at this because I'm just curious. Obviously, it's not the same as #watch the tape, and caring about surface numbers will always kind of get you in trouble because they're not contextualized. But yeah, so junior year goes 11.56 and 11 last year there, and then that team just in general. Jacoby Lane played one less game and went 745 and 4. Like that's a noticeable difference.
Yeah, I mean, 79 receptions for Lemon to Lane's 49.
Right.
Like dusted him, man. Absolutely dusted him. And now Lane is like breaking out in camp.
Yeah, like 30 more yards per game too. A couple rush attempts mixed in for like the more versatile style stuff. Interesting. I didn't realize how prominent that disparity was over the last 2 years.
We need the audio and visual listeners to get some help on the stats that we're talking about. But I think you did it because you couldn't see that URL. You couldn't see those numbers for shit as a viewer.
Just because they're like, it's like it's so fine. Small.
Yeah, we said it out loud.
Normally, I'm back to the whole Firefox thing is throwing me off, boys. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. I'm like slowly converting all of my shit over to Firefox because that's just where I live now. Yeah.
Anyways, treating Brooks like a rookie, I could see that take from Josh McCaffrey. I mean, he effectively is exactly that. Crutches with the classic, we just don't know. I mean, it's true. Clay's coming in with the rookies don't matter this year. I mean, that was kind of the thesis of the thing, but I'm trying to ask Nez if I'm getting caught sleeping here or getting caught with my pants down. The one thing that stood out most today is just like the quote unquote flatness of the tiers, and that smart people were saying that the class itself was flat, which just like opens my like third eye to be like, just because Jeremy Bernard was a second round pick, 40 whatever overall, doesn't mean that Cyrus Allen in the 5th was that much worse, right? Like it was just like he was actually just 3 wide receiver picks later or whatever. It just so happened that the other talent that falls in between them were at different positions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's literally like my whole thing right now is being a slappy to these rookies because they're cheap as shit, man. They're really cheap. They're really, really cheap. And it's hard to conceptualize it now, but these prices to find out are like, I could totally see us like misreading this class. And And it's not that it's bad. It's just that we didn't know who the good ones are, which is like what we've been saying this whole time. It's flat. It's ambiguous. And we're missing the boat on the randomness that we think might happen with this rookie class. And so you have these cheap rookies.
Right.
Dude, we've been like, we would be like, painting our shorts if we got these rookie prices 2 years ago. We'd be like, wait, what?
That's kind of the thesis of everything, right? So like, okay, so this is interesting. Like Easy's just saying, dream with me. Since talent's thinner up and down the board, can afford to shoot the moon on rooks. And this makes a lot of sense to me when you go back to the rookie class, Nez, and you just look at the fact that like, okay, first rounders that were all separated by like, 4 picks, 10 picks, 4 kind of deal, right? That was that Tate, Tyson, Lemon, Casey Concepcion, Omar Cooper, 3 picks later, Stribling, Boston, Bernard. Okay. Like that's the group. That's the group we've been drafting from all summer long. But then if you think about the class itself being as flat as JJ's model might suggest, and you go from 71 all the way down to 94 in the draft class, which is a more narrow amount of picks, right, than the previous. There's like the classic quarterback / tight end run in our BBMs, but of rookie wide receivers in the actual NFL draft. And it's like Antonio Williams goes 3 spots ahead of Fields. And then Fields, Douglas, and Branch and Lane all go 74, 75, 79, 80. And for some reason, we were drafting Branch all off season. And then now we're just catching up on Fields, Douglas, and Lane being part of the player pool. Yet, and it was just because we made up this notion in our mind that like, oh, Atlanta's got more opportunity, right? Like, oh, we don't see a WR2 on the depth chart, right?
Yeah. No, it's so true. Just kind of, not necessarily a bad process early on in draft season, but definitely one to be willing to pivot off of if you get new information. And obviously we're getting more information every day, whether it's good or bad, in terms of, actionality.
Sure. Yeah. I did see AZ Cards in the chat asking about this. This is interesting. Like once you get way down here, like you could tell yourself some stories about some guys who might fall into opportunities whose draft capital isn't that different than say Elijah Sherratt or Cyrus Allen, but they might have opportunities now because of things that have happened in front and or might just be in good offenses. So Colby Young falls into the might be in a good offense / might have wide receiver 3 or something like that, right? We've talked about Malik Benson a little bit, how, might just be WR2 on on Vegas there. There's Kendrick Law, who carries more draft capital than both of them and Cyrus Allen included, who might just be on the offense in the Lions, who's going to score the most points all damn year here. And we're anointing Isaac Tesla the guy just because he fell in the end zone like 8 times last year. Like maybe we should mix in a little Law sprinkle here for your contrarian dome stacks, that sort of thing. And then the 2 New Orleans guys. And we kind of think, based on recent reporting, that Barion Brown has kind of like vaulted Bryce Lance a little bit there and might have a real opportunity with no Tyson. So I don't know, from the scroll the F down, I'll put a bunch of those names on the screen. Does anything stand out to you? Because they all effectively carry the same draft capital as Cyrus Allen, yet, we're getting all this Cyrus Allen buzz. Is it noise? Is it not? Kind of thing.
Yeah. So first off, Yosh is breaking the news that Kendrick Law is out for the year.
Oh, okay. That happened. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm willing to have rose-colored glasses on any rookie getting buzz that's cheap. And Cyrus Allen's getting very, very expensive day by day. And it's going to get to a point where it's no longer a good bet because he's going to go over guys that are better bets. And, I think that you kind of have to have a realistic ceiling outcome for Cyrus Allen because it's Cyrus Allen, but like, could definitely be somebody that is, putting up points or enough points where he goes, but he's pretty much already at an undraftable territory, but I do take him at ADP. The scroll down guys here that I wanted to hit on is Colby Young and Malik Benson.
Okay.
I think starting with Colby Young, because we haven't talked about him yet on the show. I just recently got hit to him. He's been making some good grabs. Sorry if you can hear my little son just yelling outside.
No, you're good.
Colby Young is supposedly kind of he's obviously fighting for the job for wide receiver 3. Seems like he has the edge, and I hope he does, because he seems like different than Yoshi Voss, because he seems kind of like quite the physical specimen. Does okay. I mean Yoshi Voss is 6'3", 210 in his own right, but Colby Young,
track star too.
Yeah. Colby Young, I think, is just more physical, is my understanding. Yeah, he's 6'4", 220. And he went to he was at Miami, the U, and then went to Georgia. So he's been to he's a product of 2 really good football schools. And could be the wide receiver 3 in obviously in with the Bengals, and could just be someone that has a couple usable weeks. And right. I don't know, it's something to pay attention to for sure, because seems like he might be a player.
Yeah, I like the shouts, man. And kind of just like the biggest macro takeaway for me right now is like, yeah, man, these might be fancy zeros down here, but like these also might be the lightning in a bottle late season guys that we need, that just like when we're done drafting over and over and over again, Jerry Jeudy and Calvin Ridley. And like, I think those guys they're ball players and they're making money and they're going to be on teams and that sort of thing. But like, when those guys are 100% drafted, like if we were just playing the BR today, right, and those guys were 100% drafted, like we would sprinkle a couple of these guys every now and then, like when it made sense. And we're kind of painting narratives for the class as a whole and some of these teams and opportunities that make it make sense to click on these guys right now as other guys get steamed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all variable.
Yeah. Like look no further than a month ago when we said on this show 1,000 fucking times that Stephon Diggs was probably going to sign with the Commanders, and yet everybody was still taking Antonio Williams in the 150s, and now he's found his way all the way down to being undrafted territory. Like, why can't one of these guys, after this weekend with a couple good ball games, or, Chris Bell being activated and back at practice and puts a little bit of stuff on tape there, why can't these guys be moving up into our lives and we just get ahead of it now?
Yeah, it's a fair point. I think it really just kind of depends on what kind of team you're building, and do you have like the luxury to kind of get ahead of it? Because how much are you really, what are you really getting ahead of? Like what's the rise right. really going to look like for some of these guys? Mm-hmm. It's different than others.
To be fair, in my estimation, like the rise in the quote unquote CLV would be nice. For me, it's just like, we might just be taking fancy zeros that are higher owned over and over again as everybody else right now. Why don't we play the other fancy zeros? You know what I mean? Like, if everybody's going to take Cyrus Allen and Jacoby Lane because of, their drum beats are louder, I'll just go over and I'll look at the Herzig chart. I'll see what camps are the buzziest and the loudest. I'll see both on the right-hand side of the board there that the Ravens and Kansas City Chiefs exist. And then I'll just zig when everybody else zags and take one of these Dolphins guys, man. Like Finn's up on Chris Bell right now.
Yeah, I guess I think Chris Bell could still end up on PUP.
I don't disagree at all. He was in a red shirt today, and he came off the what is it, NFI or whatever, the preseason one, like yesterday.
Yeah, I would be shocked if he's not on PUP to start the season. Right. If he doesn't play in that final preseason game, he's a PUP candidate, and I would basically call him undraftable. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, just kind of reading the tea leaves, man. I think this is a Miami team that has been the most obvious in their intentions that we've seen an NFL team be in a while, which is like they are just seeing what they got. And and I don't think they're going to try too hard. So I think they're in the business of protecting their guys and playing their young guys though. On the other hand, though, so I guess if Bell is ready, then we could just see him actually like play. But I think they're more in the business of protecting this freshly injured 3rd round pick than anything right now.
Okay. Yeah, interesting thought exercise, just kind of fun. As the ADPs indicate, it hasn't been the strongest class or the strongest offseason in the world here, and that's maybe what's led to the way in which we draft this year, by just jamming running backs early and jamming some of these veteran guys, and then everything feels like a $1 player after kind of like round 15 or after the quarterbacks and tight ends run off. But just wanted to talk it out for a little bit, give us a fun, interesting topic that, nobody else is really circling back to right now, because we're kind of all set in our ways with the way ADP is, situated out. It's like, hey, it's August, nothing else can change. Well, no. There's still 2.5 weeks of drafting left. So yeah. Okay, dude, why don't you drive the bus today? What do you think about that?
All right, let's go. Let me get my screen share up. If you guys want to draft, I'm going to get into a BBM right now.
Yeah, like this is the dream, right?
5 more.
Like
3.
Christian Lynch is saying right now that, like, imagine Malik Benson's a guy for 35 and you're the only guy who has him. Like, how fucking sweet would that be in week 17?
Who doesn't want that?
Oh, everybody wants it. All right, perfect. Here we go. One more spot. Perfect. Boom. 103.
Good spot. Good spot to be in.
Yeah, looking at the old solver combinations there, Nez, it looks like you've been a Puka over Chase guy this season.
I was, and then Puka got hurt, and so I stopped doing that. But yeah, I was in the middle of doing having a Puka stance. But I slowed down on it. So I think I did it enough, like, early on that, like, okay, we can call it there. Like I did a few teams with it. That's good enough. That's enough to get me over the field on Puka, and I'm just going to take him at ADP from here. These are also auto draft ranks, by the way. I was auto drafting the $2 contest, so I'm going to get rid of those.
Sure.
Just doing some 0 RB stuff. I did some 2862s. So if you caught me in those lobbies, I hope you enjoyed the show.
Sweet. 2862.
Yeah, so obviously, like, doing 0 RB stuff. Okay. Are you Chaser?
Yeah, man. I think Chase is a freak. I think he's the most talented wide receiver that plays football, and I'm about it.
Definitely the highest spike probability, I think, among all wide receivers, don't you think?
Yeah, for like a weekly ceiling output.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's proven that over the years with those crazy 40 burgers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do the team stacking low, bye week distribution low, week 17 low. That should get us. That's good for me, for my settings there for BBM.
Cool. Yeah, Dylan, I would not worry about this. I imagine after the Basset Hound and whatever the other one was that dropped yesterday have now filled that, yeah, we're going to be in the market for something else. I do know there's definitely an EPL push right now. You guys didn't check it out, man. Like Gabby was on with Zakarian earlier. I was tapped into a little bit of EPL stuff. Also, EPLdrafts.com. Free rankings, free breakdowns, free set piece guys. So I saw Nez was mixing it up in those EPL streets. The sweat equity of EPL is going to be fantastic because it's going to be dead ass. It's going to be red zone, but like 90 minutes long. And it's just bang, 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 bang. All your games are over on like those super Saturdays or whatever they call it. So yeah, I mean, get after it in there.
Yeah, I'm doing some drafting with thanks to my quant Davis Maddox. So if it's nice because hey, I get a little bit of a sweat and I don't have to blame myself if I don't win it because I can just blame Davis.
Perfect. Take a little peek skis at this room here, Nez. Bring up the board for the homies.
Yeah,
I see our friend Nick Pam's back, baby. I haven't seen him in my double dribbles yet, but I see him mixing it up in the streets. Love to see it.
Good to see Nick back, man. Good to see him in the chat. Good to see him in the draft streets again. You know, just one of the good ones, man. One of the good ones.
For sure. I haven't listened to the new ETR pod on running backs. I saw that they did one yesterday, but I imagine they're going to talk a lot about this back end right side of the board here, with all that big clump there. I think I got to start warming up a little bit more to this Chase Brown stuff.
I think you do too.
Yeah.
He's Kyron Williams without, he's of the last 2 years.
Sure.
And that's a very good pick. I don't see any competition really for touches. Like Samaje Perine's there, but I don't see a competition for touches necessarily. Like it's just a Samaje Perine's in there sometimes. I'm Neighbors.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
I mean, why not put Jamar Chase with future Jamar Chase all on one team?
Yeah. Many are asking.
Yeah.
Why not do this?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I do this a lot. I can't see now what my combo is with Chase and Neighbors, but I do think I have a lot of Neighbors on my Chase teams.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I think if Pickens comes back, it's probably a smash.
Yeah, I would like that.
I'm happy to do whatever you want here. I'd pull up right side of the board. I don't care, man. Like, this is a very fluid tier for me.
Olave or Kyron?
Olave. Let's go. Okay. Let's go 0 RB. Let's shut it down at 3 for a bit, and then see if we can pump some of those running backs that come back.
It's the meta is for sure changing. I think with the Jeremiah Love injury, and the Brees injury, like these guys are sliding, a little bit more. So it's kind of like really mixing up that RB tier of the right side in the 3rd and 4th round. And there's just a lot of different ways that you can go. I think people are kind of understanding the flatness of the tier, which does definitely get lost in all of our conversations in best ball, where we are not completely, but very much focused on ADPs and, draft capital, ADP value and reaching and whatnot. But like, if these guys are the same, their ADP obviously is not something to be, married to. So I've been having a lot of fun on the right side of the board. By a lot of fun, I mean, just like getting my guys. I'm just like, screw this, man. I'm not trying to build the same 11, 12 teams that everybody else is, because I don't even like the guys that go in those ADP ranges. So I'm just getting the guys that I like in the 4th and 5th round on the left side. Yeah.
Work within your tiers and work within guys that are going to be fractional difference in projected points on a week-to-week basis, right?
Amen.
Yeah. I do think it has led, and this is what I was looking for last night. It has led to like the sides of the boards being polarizing right now, if that makes sense. That, unless you flip the first round, like we've talked about and done on stream a few times with Jonathan Taylor and CMC, unless you flip the first round, the left side of the board lends itself to be very, wide receiver heavy start, and then capture like one or at least one, but most likely 2 of those RB 19 through 25. And the right side of the board now is, hey, build out these super teams because they won't be there forever. If you think the Kamara injury is at the running back position, the robust style, if you think like Kamara is going to be done for a bit or whatever, and you think that gives Travis Etienne, aka Chan, some runway, that kind of thing, do like Brees him and shut it down at 4. So it's like really polarizing how the room breaks, whether you become like hyper aggressive at one position or hyper aggressive at the other position.
I know, right? It is really interesting. It is like really, it makes me, it's why I was excited to get a Lamb Jefferson start in that big dog. Because usually on the right side of the board, like you said, those guys live there, but you're not usually starting 2 wide receivers at that end of the board. So I was really excited to do that. And, maybe we should be pulling up some of these left board wideouts to the right side to start more 0 wide receiver on the right side, because it's not done like ever. Like you said, it's like the RNG is determining what type of team you build.
Mm-hmm. Tootin or Scatterboys for me. I'm good with Bucky too. I'm good with JMO.
Are you sure you're good with JMO? Because I want JMO.
Okay. Yep. For sure.
Okay. I wanted to give you the opportunity to. Tootin was probably number 2 for me, but
dude, JMO's fun AF, and also Jiri's jamming out in the chat here, like with this Laporta hip injury. We also had some coach speak stuff at the podium from Dan Campbell talking about it and that sort of thing. Like Laporta missed a bunch of time last year, and that's when JMO became like a 10 target guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like Bucky, but I'm open to other options.
No, I'm team Bucky. Like the guys that I can paint a narrative without injury in this range of being like the we can break fantasy as a 0 RB team. It's a guy that we thought had the profile of going at like the 2-3 turn earlier this year in big board season, and that's Bucky Irving. If you just give him the goal line role, and we knew that he had the goal line role and he's their lead back, and we didn't have the looming, injury and the weird, Bulls quotes to start draft season. If we didn't have that, and then we didn't have, Kenny Gainwell right now, I mean, he'd be right beside Love, Kyron, Jacobs, Javonte, etc. Right? It's just that little bit of ambiguity gives us this window where, hey man, he might be a 2nd round pick. He might provide 2nd round value, but we get him in the 5th on a build like this. And that's the archetype I'm searching for.
Yeah. Just a very nice, RB1 with this start. I have no, strong concerns about Bucky at this price. We're doing Bucky versus Tootin. I mean, I think that's on one hand fair. On the other hand, like I'll take Bucky, who's done it, once before. And before he got hurt and kind of had the yips last year, he was getting like 20 touches a game. I mean, Gainwell's there now, but I still think that Bucky is the guy, and I'm really excited about this offense. This is to me, this is good.
I agree with you. And improved offensive line play where they were really hurt last year. Now they're like one of the better offensive lines in the league.
Yeah. No, it's exciting, man. I'm really into those Bucks.
Dude, to be fair, people think of Bucky as like small scat back, like change of pace guy, and like he's not 6'2", 215. But like he's 5'10", 200. Like that's
stout.
That's a leading running back in this league.
Bigger than Achane.
Right. That's 17 touches a game running back,
Yeah. And he's pretty fast. So
yeah.
I don't know. He was he did, I was off him last year.
Mm-hmm.
This year I have a whole bunch. So yeah. Hoping that's correct.
Yeah, you and I very, very similar in that regard. Just like we bought it last year and then it didn't break right. Like I'm happy to go back in on the well because everything in that offense didn't go right.
Mm-hmm.
You lost Evans for a while, like you lost McMillions, like everything went wrong for that offense. Godwin missed time. Baker was banged up and playing through stuff, and that offensive line was decimated. And now all those things have corrected themselves, with the exception of Evans leaving, but then they bring in, Ted Hurst, and you get a healthy McMillions back.
Yeah. I was just thinking, sorry about the JMO and the Laporta thing. Did Laporta have a hip injury last year or whenever he missed time before? Wasn't it a hip then?
I will look it up. I don't definitively know top of mind. I don't know if that was the season ender. Right now I'm looking at splits between he missed. There you go. It was back. Thank you, Frog. He
backbone
missed.
Connects to the hip bone.
I knew that kinesiology degree of yours would come in handy someday.
It's all fucking connected, man.
He missed week 11 onward. Okay. Week 11 onward. Amon-Ra was there. Week 11 onward for Jameson Williams. Let's make this pick and then I'll break it down.
Okay. By Solver score, God, they love Metcalf. What do you like? Do you like these quarterbacks, wide receiver?
I'd probably take the swing on Brooks, man. We never take Brooks. I would just take a swing on. We got 4 wide receivers that are scoring for us every week. and we just need to break the mold here.
Yeah, that's fine. I have a decent amount of Brooks, but not a lot in BBM. So yeah, this is one that I am feeling a little like sketchy on, but
if Drake May
I just want to close my eyes and click. And like you said, it fits the build.
Yeah. If Drake May comes back, I'm down. But honestly, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of like Dart, Shuck, and Goff or something like that on this team. But
yeah, where did Burrow go? Burrow went to the Higgins drafter.
Okay. The Higgins drafter, yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just May, man.
Yeah, it just feels weird to like get him here. I mean, I guess we just flipped the ADPs of him and Brooks from like a month ago, but like there's no one here that I really want to like pull up and be like, yo, this is the guy we have to take when we already have 4 stud wide receivers and we're a little down on Pollard and whatever right now.
Yeah. Metcalf, is popping in both times we were on the clock. Yeah, he seems fine. It's just like it's hard to dream on that. Like it really doesn't feel awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the dream is that he looks like fucking RoboCop and he used to just mog the shit out of dudes. And Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest deep ball throwers of all time. And hey, maybe we just get back to more of that vertical shit that was the boom bust profile that he had in Seattle with Russ, like as the moonball stuff, more so than like we don't really need DK to be the move around formation stuff. Like just let Michael Pitts win in those areas. So the dream is he's 1,109 all on the outside, bombs away, but it's harder to, you have to squint to see it.
Yeah, it's just like the bullishness of it is like interesting. I just think it's so flat. Like Godwin went to dreaming of Sundays, and like I would probably do that. I think I would take Godwin over Metcalf too.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of steam on Metcalf right now, and like Pete keeps citing the Dwayne McFarland stuff, and guys are like, "Hey, he should be a 6th or 7th round pick right now." So
you mean Godwin, right? You're talking about Godwin just there. Okay.
Yeah.
Sitting that guy.
JMO. So JMO's targets prior to, so this was twofold. Laporta gets hurt, and Dan Campbell took over play calling, if you remember, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So the first 10 weeks of the season with Laporta there, targets for Jameson Williams: 5, 4, 3, 8, 1, 7, 2, 0. Oh, that was bye week. 6, 7. Okay. So a high of 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks below 5. Okay. After Dan Campbell takes over and Laporta gets hurt, 7, then 3, which if you remember was the Thanksgiving game that everybody thought he was going to go Burr, or the week right after he went Burr in the Thanksgiving game. And then something, it was like a showdown slate that we drafted the shit out of him, and something happened. Like he was like a little banged up or something. And then he goes 10, 9, 9, 9, 3, 8. So, I mean, there was clearly a role change. There was clearly a greater emphasis on him as part of the offense. I didn't even go into like carries and opportunities and red zone stuff. But like, if this Laporta stuff lingers, it can only be, here you go. He had 2 red zone opportunities prior to week 10 last year. He had 8 in the second half of the year after Laporta was hurt. That's bullish.
Yeah, that's a signal.
Yeah.
They just keep talking about him positively too, man. Like all they do is just rave about JMO in camp right now. It's definitely bullish. No Laporta for us, I think.
No. You can let him fall for a bit with the hip.
No Tyson.
Oh, that's who I wanted.
I'm a Bill guy.
Sure. Yeah, if you like Bill over these other running backs, sure.
I do.
Yeah, because we're not going to do Chuba with Brooks. Jordan Mason might just be a guy. There's very mixed reviews on him and whether he was just like the byproduct of schematic stuff with Shanahan.
Yeah, supposedly he looks good right now.
Okay.
For whatever it's worth.
Yeah, if he wins that goal line, like that could matter in a big way. But Kyler also run way more at the goal line than almost anybody they've had other than Nick Mullins.
Who do you like here? We got Dart for the stack. We could do Pitts.
I think I would take Dart and just shut it down.
Okay.
I would also I was gonna say I would also flirt Gainwell, but we already got Bucky, so yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I think this is the move.
Yeah.
Nice little 2-3-4 start here with May and Dart, Bucky Irving, Jonathan Brooks, Bill, and then wide receivers Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Chris Olave, and Waymo. Yeah, this is a fire ass start.
Yeah.
Yes, this team rocks right now.
Yeah.
And just with like this current where we're at draft wise, the running backs when that come back to us, it's not that they feel great, but the confidence interval that we have on like knowing what they can give us is better. So I think it's like, you usually, I mean, you see the teams that I draft, I'm usually way more like running back heavy, but these days, like I'm trying to like push it a little bit more given the shifting landscape of running backs.
Dude, I'm down with it. I've fully aligned with you there because there were guys that I could tell myself a story about at the back end of drafts now or in like that mid tier that I previously couldn't,
Exactly.
Like, I could tell myself a story about like C-Rod high value touches. I can tell myself a story about Keaton Mitchell exploding. I can tell myself a story about Love being hurt and all the backup running backs in Arizona being hurt. Why not just take the guy they paid originally, Tyler Algier? Like Jonah Coleman's getting big time hype. Bigsby has like the clear contingent. Marshawn Lloyd contingent. Zach Charbonnet ahead of timeline. And then like I can tell myself a story about all those guys. And then I know the red flag guys now to probably not touch, like the Tracy Spears. Maybe there's a split in that backfield, but I'm not a huge Spears guy. Kamara with the recent injury, like probably going to miss into the regular season. Not interested in that. And he was highly inefficient last year as well. Pacheco fits that kind of same mold. And then you could tell yourself a story about the guys at the back end. Like we talked about Vidal yesterday. We talked about Emmett Johnson. We talked about being curious on, Singleton and Black and Allen, like that kind of tier. Like we have things that have changed that make it more fun to build the way we're building right now than building this way in May.
Yeah, because now I don't want to box myself out of running back because now I like more of the running backs later. Exactly. Like so much of these situations have changed that, and we're obviously like very, very open to running backs here. We have a huge chasm of running back draft capital right now that we are we're filling. We're not like super far behind by any stretch. I really like the guys that we have, but we're going to be able to have some freedom in terms of the running back selections that we make. Man. Let's see what comes back here. This is sort of fun.
Sure.
I mean, it's like Dubs or Goff, right? And I think we're good on quarterback with May and Dart.
I would think so. Yeah. I wouldn't spend that much capital. So Dobbs would be good. The only thing I'd push back is if you want C-Rod, but we can also take someone else.
I like C-Rod.
Let's do Dobbs. We rarely do Dobbs, and it's better to have him stacked with May. And otherwise, we're just going to fall back on the Hunter Henry 10 picks above ADP back stack.
Yeah, does he? Yeah. He's sometimes he'll fall to 168. Yeah,
I was like, at least
Dreaming of Sundays is way too sharp. Yeah, he needed that.
I was like, at least we can get one of Mitchell or C-Rod to come back, and we don't get either.
And that's like last call, unless so we could do Aaron Jones. I like Kincaid.
Yeah, I'm a Kincaid bull. Let's try and win. Let's try and win the position.
Yeah,
let's go.
Fuck it.
Sometimes I think about this and whether the framing of it is right or wrong. But in this little pocket, if I have the ability to get tight end 1 or like tight end 5, like I don't think Kincaid can go band for band with like the big guys. But if he's tight end 4 or tight end 5, I can just win the position right now, right? And that does more for my team than winning the flex with Aaron Jones, because I don't see a world in which Aaron Jones finishes this season greater than RB22. If everything broke perfectly for him and he had 10 carries a game and he had 4 catches a game and he played 65% of snaps every fucking game, stayed healthy, and a KOC offense went burr, the ceiling case for Aaron Jones is still like RB22, RB25, right? So it's kind of like, at least we could have a chance at winning the position by taking Kincaid.
Yeah, I agree. I think like you could argue that Jones would have been like nice to maybe like cycle in as an RB2 on this squad, but I think what you like Doug Kincaid is like a ceiling shot play there that I have like pretty high confidence in if he's healthy. I don't have high confidence in the health, but I am, into him as a player. Obviously I'm into the Bills, and yeah, I think he just makes like a lot of sense because of how efficient he is as a receiver, that like if like a couple things break right, like not everything has to break right, but a couple things, then Kincaid is, like you said, like tight end 5, and that's like 75 percentile, maybe even like 60 percentile outcome. Like I think that he really has like pretty fun ceilings in his range of outcomes.
Yeah, absolutely. People in the chat are clamoring right now because PPR Tyler is going to be streaming for fucking 47 straight hours or whatever right now, because we got the Field General 2 out. So we got a super flex that's out. The people are clamoring for new contests. I told them, be patient, still coming here. And lo and behold, we get the Dalmatian 2, the $101 price point for a 3 max. And then you get a 101 max entry for $1 in the little Dalmatian. And then we get the Field General $10 price point there for the super flex heads out there. So a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yo, Christian, you're here a lot, man. We don't have a single rookie yet. Where should we have like taken the rookie, and where did we say that you should take rookies early and not take shots on the cheap ambiguous ones, brother? When did either of those things happen? Come on. You're a regular. You're better than that.
Knew me the GOAT for real. Couldn't agree more.
Got the out tag on Higgins, RIP.
We're about to get our first rookie right here. This guy's got 5 running backs. We just take a swing on Jonah Coleman right here, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a Woody Marks guy, so I'd rather have some fun with Jonah Coleman. I think Woody Marks is like straight contingency. I don't he's going to get some work with Montgomery, but like, what's the difference with a healthy Montgomery between Woody Marks and let me scroll Brian Robinson? Like,
right. I mean, maybe pass catching chops and that he could carve out some third down stuff. But yeah, I mean, Spider-Man meme of Tracy, Spears, and Woody Marks, Yeah.
Well said. Yeah. And Tracy's not even part of this conversation anymore. Okay. We're on the clock here.
Probably Henry. Yeah. I'm down to fuck around with Lloyd if you'd rather, but yeah.
Okay, thank you. I know that's not an easy click for you, John. So I appreciate you allowing me to see him and hover over him and take him. Yeah, I think this team needed a Marshawn Lloyd.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about like, hey, where are those upside swings going to come to pay off a 0 RB start, or call it a fringe hyper fragile start, whatever you want to frame it as, with 2 running backs in 4 or 5. I would kind of frame this based on new running back price tags. This is kind of like the new version of 0 RB, but yeah, where's the swing going to come? It's going to come with a high upside click where, Lloyd splits backfield work, or Lloyd's better than Jacobs, or Jacobs gets suspended. Like that's your board flipper right there. Jonah Coleman wins a backfield and Lloyd wins a backfield and Bill's the guy. Like this is how you win a contest, right? This is the lotto picks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a premium right now, but I am into Lloyd over Marks, personally.
Like there's just certain guys on the board right now that I really have to squint to be like, that guy is gonna win me BBM. Like, like I have a 0 Dylan Sampson shares. Could Dylan Sampson be better than Judkins? Sure, maybe. Did he look kind of electric on the one dump off pass in the first preseason game? Sure, maybe. Did he have decent draft capital alongside in a class where they drafted 2 rookie running backs? Sure. But I still think this is a bottom 5 offense with no quarterback, with bad O-line play, like literally stone cold league worst O-line play. And it's just kind of like, what am I signing up for by signing up for Sampson? At least if I sign up for Lloyd, it's like, hey, this offense might go burr and he might just have that juice and we've never seen it before.
Right. I'm with you, man. I don't draft Sampson either. I like you just named like 3 uphill battles that he's fighting. And yeah, that just doesn't feel great to me. They're another team too. Sam just made it great. They're another team too that I think knows who they are and what they're doing. Like I think, and they're doing it very well. To be honest, I think that the Browns are like finally doing the right thing, which is like, like loading up on like young talented players, and then hopefully setting yourself up to draft a franchise quarterback next year, if unless Shedeur shows out. And I think people forget Shedeur wasn't a bad prospect. So
right, yeah,
like with these weapens,
he fell a lot, but that was kind of agnostic of talent level.
I think so personally. Damn, man, Keenan here. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know that it fits the team. But who else would you take? Cyrus Allen for a ceiling shot or what?
Yeah, maybe a ceiling shot guy, but I'm good with whatever you decide.
Cyrus or Lane?
Yeah, whichever you prefer.
I got FOMO. I got cold feet at the last second there.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I think that like Keenan in this running back in this wide receiver room doesn't belong.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Let's click on the green button or the blue button for a second here.
Yeah.
I mean, Hawkinson, kind of like a tier break tight end. If you just kind of want like safer points. Running back would be like contingent stuff like Davis or Allen or Emmett Johnson. We can make a double KC bet.
Yeah, it just feels early.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, if he doesn't fall back, that's fine. We got options. I'm with you on Hawkinson. I don't take a ton of Hawkinson. in my BBMs and whatnot, but yeah, I'm it took me a minute, man. It really did take me a minute, but I'm seeing the light on the Vikings and their offense and Kyler Murray. Like, I think if you just bring up the disrespect that I have for Kyler, like just come off that a little bit, then you have like a very good offense and a very good team here.
All right. The models are enthralled with it, like Addison's ahead of ADP, Hawkinson's ahead of ADP, Juwan Jennings ahead of ADP, even though the camp reports sound like the opposite and the hashtag follow the money doesn't look great. But we've seen, 40-point weeks from him before, 3 touchdown, 180. Like there's not a lot of guys in this league who can pull that kind of shit off. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is just like so hard to like. It's so hard to forget how bad 9 and Brosmer were. It is really difficult to kind of get past that. But if you can, yeah, it's sort of hard to not see how this team kind of cooks. So
imagine the difference year over year in our perception of game logs from the Vikings. So the reason we liked JJ McCarthy, or not like we, like let's say the collective we liked JJ McCarthy last year, was because this situation with KOC is so good. It's quarterback agnostic. Even Sam Darnold can be incredible. Even Kirk Cousins with a broken back can be incredible. And then we went down the laundry list. Like even Nick Mullins can have a 4-touchdown game or whatever the fuck he had. He had one of those insane ones. Was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? That 2000, let's see if I can find it. Nick Mullins, 400 yards passing. Nick Mullins, 396 yards passing. Nick Mullins, 303 yards passing. Like, fucking Jaron Hall was in here scoring touchdowns. Joshua Dobbs was in here scoring touchdowns and balling out. 3-touchdown game, 3-touchdown game, 2-touchdown game. Like, we thought this offense was so good that it was quarterback agnostic. Kyler Murray was such a fantastic prospect. Throw out everything you know about Arizona. He was such a fantastic prospect that he went first overall in football and still went top 10 in baseball. Like,
yeah. And you know what else too? The argument
that's a fucking yeah.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, like this is an incredible athlete we're talking about. Well, we'll make this pick and then I'll kind of touch on what really got my gears shifted. There goes Emmett Johnson. Maybe should have taken him. That could be on me. Probably.
It's okay. We can pick through these guys, man.
Definitely need another tight end.
This is where I just take a swing at Gadsden.
Really?
Nobody else believes.
I was gonna say Muth.
Sure. I mean, like, what do you win when you win Pat Fryermuth on a Kincaid plus Hawkinson team? But what do you win with Gadsden? Second year guy, good offense, 690 and 5 in his first year. Like,
I think what you win with Fryermuth is like coming off of Artie Smith with Jonnu taking too much of his snaps.
Okay.
And and a maybe a better offense than we think. That
I mean, they paid Fryermuth, man. So yeah.
Okay,
dude, let's take a swing.
On who?
On Black.
Cool.
Let's take this team needs the moon shooter to get home. CMC's already banged up. Black's back at practice. Looked like a little bit of juice the other day on the highlight films. Some positive coach speak.
Yeah. I mean, with James with the broken ribs, Garendo perpetually injured, just by, by being the only guy healthy.
Right.
It is obviously a positive.
And Caleb Black comes out, and I mean, shout out to our guy Jiri, who got me onto this, talking about this and stuff. But like, if he comes out and they play a preseason game this weekend, and he goes 10 for 80 in a Kyle Shanahan run scheme, like, see you later, man.
Yeah, bye.
That's now you're up with Marshawn Lloyd, and people go, he's got that juice. And like, we're talking about an offense where we used to draft Isaac Garendo in like the 8th fucking round, where Jordan Mason in weekly winners won multiple weeks by himself just as an 18th round pick by getting the opportunity. Like, Shanahan is just like, he's done this for a decade, man, where it's just like, Devonta Freeman, go. Tevin Coleman, go. Like, these guys just win fantasy leagues as Shanahan backs. It's kind of like the old adage of the what people are kind of wish casting with the Andy Reid back, where they think like LaShawn McCoy and Ken Walker Spider-Man meme is what, like, it's like, let's just trust that the system's good as fuck.
No, I fully agree, man. It's sort of like what we thought the Vikings were. Like, it just doesn't matter who the running back is. You just want the RB2, and they dodged the Najee bullet. Who knows if they'll dodge the the veteran running back bullet, depending on what kind of cuts are made or what kind of trades are made. But yeah, if you can get out of training camp unscathed from another addition, like an addition that's like meaningful to his RB2 role,
sure.
Then yeah, like you said, like, it's like that 13th round is like, people just take the express lane to the 13th round now. I was gonna say, the one thing that got me on Kyler was recalling the Carson Wentz era of last year with the Vikings, and how Carson Wentz was the only good quarterback that they had, and like, he gave them like good numbers. That was shocking. That was shocking.
Last year, Carson Wentz 350 and 2, 313 yards one game, 173 and 2, 236 and 1 with no INTs in both those games. Like, yeah.
And then real quick, just to focus on this pick, 2663, man. What do you think? Do we have the luxury to go any like running back or wide receiver? Or do you want to get a 7th running back in one Najee, or do you want to take an upside swing at another rookie wideout that just went to Jay Riddell, who's been sniping us all goddamn draft, might I add? Where would you go?
And Jalen Noel's gone too, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy like Singleton. Najee, I'm fine with.
It's Najee Harris. Oh my god. Okay. Whoo, Jesus, that delay scared the dickens out of me.
The old Dickens.
Whoo.
Yeah, we got a little Giants team stack thing going too, so it makes sense. I think it's probably my first 7 running back build this season. And it's crazy that the new alpha or new meta with like the landscape is that we did a 7 running back, 0 RB build, but we took 2 RBs in our first 7 picks because of how thirsty the room is to do it. So
yeah, that's how you have to do it. I think you can't get, and really you can say 3 in the first, 10 rounds. Sure. You can't get greedy. 3 in the first 8 rounds. So it's not like we completely punted the position. I think you have to understand the range of outcomes. And, I think we were just pushing 0 RB like way too far back in the day. And
yeah, because the
full wish casting on the entire running back rooms that we would draft.
Right. Yeah. So the framework of 0 RB like 4 years ago would be like, you don't take your first one till like round 9 or something like that. And like, that's not even feasible. Like I wouldn't even be able to click enough of the green button then. Like we would literally have a team that had like 3 18th rounders on it just by how sooner running back goes. So this is kind of like the new version of like, it feels like what Hyperfragile used to be. This is the new 0 RB alpha where it's like we started in round 5 with a running back, like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like this team a lot. Just to recap it for everybody here: 2763 in a BBM. Drake May, Jackson Dart, running backs: Bucky Irving, Jonathan Brooks, Bill, Jonah Coleman, Marshawn Lloyd, Kalen Black, and Najee Harris. Believe it or not. Wide receiver: Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Chris Olave, Waymo, Romeo Dubs, and Cyrus Allen. And then Dalton Kincaid, TJ Hawkinson, Pat Fryermuth. I can pull up the report and get the official report, but John, I'll throw it to you first this time.
Ooh.
Does it suck or does it fuck?
I'm going to tell you why it fucks. It fucks because the way in which we did this roster makes complete and utter sense that we have an out at number 1 at the position in every position. So could Drake May or Jackson Dart be like QB1 this year? Maybe it's a stretch to say Jackson Dart could be, but I think their ceiling range of outcomes could both be flirting with overall 1. If Bucky and Brooks are both drafted in the 2nd round or even back end 1st round next year, would we be surprised at all? Absolutely not. If Bill ran away with that backfield, would we be surprised? Absolutely not. Chase, Neighbors, Olave, Waymo, if this Laporta injury lingers, all of them could be first rounders next year, And then Dalton Kincaid could be tight end 1 if he plays more than 65% of snaps on presumably one of the best offenses in football where they lack a clear wide receiver 3.
Yeah. No, I like the way that you looked at this team. That's fun. Yeah, thinking. Yeah,
it's a full ceiling chaser, and it's a full like we're out kicking our coverage here. But if she hits, oh buddy, like nobody else saw this coming.
I think we have, even if Jonah Coleman, Marshawn Lloyd, Kalen Black, and Najee don't give us like the mystery box upside of contingency, contingent value.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that we are like very fine going to war with what we have, even with these guys not like, meeting their potential. Yeah. I really do.
This is the hottest girl in your class, right? and you're sitting there and you're like, fuck, man, I'm not that smart. I'm not that good looking. I'm not that confident. But my buddy dares me to go ask her to be in our group for the next project. And everyone's ready to laugh at you. Everyone's like, there's no way this is going to work, bro. And then you go over there and she goes, absolutely, I'd love to. Can you come over to my house at 4:00 this afternoon to work on the project? And everybody's just like, how the fuck did he do it? How did he know that he even stood a chance?
I love it. How could he possibly see? Yeah, I mean,
speaking from experience, John, I think that's the plot of Superman.
That's funny as shit. Oh,
hey, God. Jules, why don't you scratch my back?
Funny thing about my back. Oh my God, that's awesome. No, I do like this team. You know, I think it's okay to do builds like this, and also, yeah, I refuse to wax poetic about Najee Harris. You're just going to see me draft him a lot. That's it. I'm not no alpha because everybody's making fun of me, and I'm just going to move silently in my Najee journey.
It's the show talking about beautiful green ADP values and that drafts this. Oh man, if anything, we're polarizing around here. Nezzy takes. I got about 34 minutes time before I got to let somebody in at the other place to do some work for me. So let's do this. You're there you go. Okay.
Yeah, no, so there was my dog barking because there's garbage outside. It's just a hell of a day here. I'm going to convert back to my standing position.
There you go. 10 more spots, friends and family. Let's get it.
Yeah, this is BBM, guys. We need you for a BBM. John's got to leave soon. Pile in. We need 8 more.
Is Mello at the age and interest level yet that it's like he's inseparable from like anything that's going on action wise outside? So like garbage truck comes by, fire truck comes by, big truck comes by, like he runs to the window or you run him to the window or he crawls to the window, anything like that?
Not yet. He doesn't have like because our front door you can't like see out of, in my office like is also where I'm in here streaming and working, and it has blinds up. But I do, anytime that like I can time it, I do like carry him and like, oh dude, look at the truck, and then he is like enamored with it. What he likes to do is 101, baby, let's go. When we come back from like a walk or something like that, he'll close the garage door, so he'll like with his little finger like, you know, click the button, and then like he'll like watch what he just did with the power of a click, and just like stare. He's a big fan of the garage door.
Awesome. Yeah. No, it's such a beautiful age, right? Where they're infatuated with like the most simplistic things in life. And you're like, hey man, this is everyday shit that you're never going to care about again. Like you know, yeah.
Yeah. What is he now? Is it 17 months? Yeah. It's a fun age.
Yeah. That's sweet. There's this, people know the old Kenny Chesney song. It's called Boys of Fall. And it's like it's a staple this time of year, like an anthem that comes on my YouTube mix every time to just pop up, right? But Sean Payton gives like this inspired speech to start it to his former high school alma mater, and he talks about the little things in life that just slowly get like shittier and shittier as you get older. Basically, like you're not going to get this feeling anymore, and he frames it in high school football. And he goes like, hey, every Friday night, like you're going to get this feeling every Friday night, but those feelings start going away. You get it when, you know, you get married, your kid gets born, when whatever, but when you get it again for the next cycle of life is like, I've only experienced it through my nephews, and now you're experiencing it as a father. Hopefully I get to do it in the future, but like your kid experiencing the first time of something is like you re-experiencing it, right?
Yeah. No, that's a great analogy. That was that'll give you chills.
It does. I mean, just still watch it, guys. Go back and watch the beginning of it. It's like 2 minutes to the start of the Kenny Chesney song "Boys of Fall," but like there's a line in it where one of the other coaches that was filmed says play for your fathers tonight because I never had the chance to. And it's like, yeah, it's so cool, man.
That's fire. Yeah, no, that's great. It is like hella fun for sure. He's getting there, a little personality. He's starting school soon, man. A little like Montessori daycare, basically, like with like other like little kids, but they be teaching him some stuff. So I'm excited for him to learn.
Did you just call Mello gifted already? Did you just call him gifted? Montessori school at 17 months. This guy's gonna be a fucking astronaut, dude.
Dude, they take him at like babies, like, so he's like, it'll be interesting. He's gonna be with like some older kids, but he likes older kids, like our older cousins. He plays really well with. I think he likes big kids. So we'll see how he does. He needs to like learn some words. He's not. I mean, little boys take longer to get their verbal skills up than girls, but like I need him to say more than just dad.
I'm still fucking working on it. That's actually hilarious though. When you said like dad like that, I just thought of back a little bird.
That's literally like what he sounds like. Like I literally woke up the other morning to him just like da, just like through the monitor. I'm like, oh my god, okay. It's so 5:30 in the morning.
That's so good.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
All I can think about right now is the conversation we had on Tuesday with Pete, and when I was watching the tail end of your stream on Monday there, of how much EV you lose with the drafter on your right being a good drafter, and just seeing that damn diamond badge from our guy Nick beside us of like how this 101 is worth less right now, but we're gonna battle through. We're gonna persevere, man.
I don't know. Nick's been out of the streets. He's rusty. He's not a YouTube member anymore. I think we're actually in good shape.
Dude, the guy ended the streak. He was one of the original 7.
I know. I feel like I did something wrong. I don't know what I did to lose his membership like that, but unfortunately, yeah, he's no longer. But
all right, what are we working with here?
I like Pickens a ton.
Okay, sure.
And then if you want to get different, I would not be opposed to getting different.
Okay.
With like a Kyren Williams selection here.
Yeah, is Kyren your favorite of the bunch?
As of right now, yes.
All right.
And I don't think there's a huge difference between them anyways, even before. And just like,
right.
Myself included, I'm writing off Kyren for dead, already because like Blake Corum had a couple cool games, but this is still an amazing offense, and Kyren still is going to have like some of the most touches in football at the running back position, have a ton of touchdown equity. I think it's just like a fun pull up that not too many people are doing.
I agree with you, man. I'm a big fan of the flat tier pull up to the left side. And what if Kyron's just 20 touches a game on the best offense in football, and they're Super Bowl favorites for a reason, and they're going to be big time favorites, spread favorites early in the season in a multiple of those games? Like, what if Kyren? We keep telling everyone, and everyone keeps telling me that Blake Corum's the guy with the juice. He's the guy with the juice in that backfield. Man, I've been told that for 5 years now. Like,
Yeah.
Jaquez Hunter's got that fucking juice, bro. You seen Jaquez? He's got the juice.
And then Kyren just shrugs it off. He's just like, yeah, you're cool, but like I'm still the RB1, bro. And I'm
still here.
Yeah.
And he plays through shit too. Like he's limping around on a broken ankle in the red zone and stuff.
Don't tell me that.
No, well, not like, I mean, in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, I think there's just something valuable in doing something that not a lot of Gibbs drafters do. And also, I mean, Kyren, I'm not out here trying to say Kyron's a sexy ceiling play. I think he's just like one of the, to me, he reminds me of like Josh Allen in terms of like the draft capital, where he just feels like bust proof if he's healthy.
Sure. Yeah. Decent comp. Yeah.
I didn't know where other guys are like behind him at least.
Yeah. I didn't know where you were going with the comp, but the comp, yeah, it kind of lines up for me.
Yeah, where it's there's other players behind him that, can like kind of do what he does sort of, but like you're not going to be mad. you're not going to like he's not going to hurt your team.
Like, I remember when people told me Zach Evans was going to take his job, when Ronnie Rivers was going to take his job, when Royce Freeman came in, when they brought Darrell Henderson Jr. back, when Cam Akers came back and then there and then gone and whatever. Like, they told me he was going to take his job. And this guy, man, he's resilient, dude. Just keeps popping up.
Can't kill him.
Yeah.
Can't kill him. So, yeah. And I've been really enjoying the wide receivers that come to this turn too. So that way we're not like totally behind the 8 ball and doing a hero Gibbs team like most of the Gibbs teams are doing.
Right. Yeah, no, I like it conceptually for sure. Because all the Gibbs teams look relatively similar right now. Okay, let me just look at this for 1 second. I want to see. I mean, maybe this was just a byproduct of the team being better and like them being like, Super Bowl aspirations last year and Stafford playing at an MVP level. But like Corum didn't have a single game over 8 carries in 2024. And then not much on the team's backfield changed personnel wise. And last year he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games north of 11 carries. So, I mean, there definitely was like a little bit more of a trend to #Splitsville, but like that might have just been a byproduct of the team being really good,
And I think it was.
Them having like garbage time runouts and stuff.
Yeah, like so end of the year is when Corum really broke out. Kyron Williams fantasy point scoring, I believe this is half point I'm looking at.
Yeah.
14.7, 19.7, 22, 12, 18, 12. I mean,
that's hitting your RB1 or RB2 every fucking week on this site.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Say your prayers, bro.
Here. I know. We'll see what Nick does because, yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm contractually obligated to take Waymo, but talk to me about this next pick.
Yeah, so now that we pushed up, let's go full True Serum ADP on it, and let's take DJ Moore on the left side of the board when he was originally on the right side of the board.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it, man. I don't think it's crazy to think that DJ Moore will be a good receiver because we decided that we don't like DJ Moore as a player because he's pissed us off and didn't do enough with the Bears team that we thought was going to be really good. I like it, man. I'm very interested in him on the Bills, and I'm willing to kind of be that left bell curve guy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, dude. It's fun.
Why should I not refresh?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay. Yeah, I see it on my other screen.
Hold true for one last day. Yeah, actually, can I permission to speak candidly about something that cropped up this morning that everybody was talking about? Yeah. I'm not privy to the information or knowledge of what's transpiring here, but I do understand why everybody reacts so abruptly. Like, people don't like change. There's a lot of voices in this community, but everyone's initial reaction is always snap back negative. And it's hard to not snap back negative when like the Josh and Hayden thing happened, when the new sale happens, when the logo changes, when the Gladiator thing took place today. Like, it's hard to not, but just like reserve it for like a week or reserve it for like, a little bit here, because I think things are going to find their way to not be, as doom and gloom as everybody paints it out to be. And everybody to snap react of, oh, can't play the dailies anymore. Can't play the dailies. I was like, buddy, there's going to be a lot of reasons to play the dailies. Don't fucking worry. Okay. Like, I got no insider information. I know I'm not talking about anything insider information here, but I'm just thinking out loud. Okay.
Yeah. What my thought is like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's the Gladiator thing. Just like, yeah, it's a bummer. It sucks, but I'm not. Yeah, that sucks, especially for me. I play a ton of volume, and that's kind of a nice little kicker. So it is what it is. I will say, with our dog up here, man, I don't. I had a mourning period because I think this dog kind of like symbolizes sort of like, you know, a BC versus an AD in terms of like a UD era.
Sure.
And, you know, drafts aren't going anywhere. And like, I think there's just like a lot of like nostalgia to this dog, to this specific logo. And yeah, I can understand the mourning of it, but I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't think that the new logo is like is that bad. I kind of like it, but
dude, I low-key like it. But I do understand the nostalgia. Yeah, this is a great, perfectly put by RM Covers is we're Unk now.
Ben Unk. Damn, Gainwell goes 70. Yeah. Free Thinkers United.
Let's make these 2 picks and then I hit on one last thing.
Okay. This is kind of a shitty range depending on who gets back here. So Brooks goes, I love Warren, but like if you have any other options here, I'd listen to you.
No, let's go Warren and Dak.
Perfect.
And then hopefully we get Goff on the way back and we can kind of either do a fragile quarterback build or we can take like a third dusty one late.
Yeah, I have no problem pulling Dak over Burrow because, yeah, I think Dak's going to sling it, and yeah, I don't think that's like a crazy. I do that a good amount with my Pickens teams that don't have any Bengals on them.
Yeah, couple things here. Yeah, Chris is the 101 of grinders on this site and one of the best. And without the rake back, I do understand. Like Jay Baconator has openly said the same thing to me and that sort of thing in the past in person, that like, yeah, the reason to max volume, max everything is the embedded rake back. And now that incentive and not having something to chase and not having that incentive then lowers the volume of everybody, which lowers the size of the contest, which then slowly bleeds the place dry. I totally understand the framing of that. My thing is pump the brakes. If you want to treat it that way for a week or 2 or whatever, I think there's going to be something for us to chase. Now, will it be as lucrative as it was as before? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's better. My point is just like, it's not going to completely just disappear, right? There's going to be something. There's going to be, free contest entries or promos or, something leaderboard related. There's going to be something, guys. So it's like, if you want to just pump the brakes and like Chris is going, hey, I'm going only best ball for a week here, just to, until we understand what's going on. I don't fault you. I don't fault you at all. It's just the backlash stuff that always like, I know I'm Mr. Positive, but like the backlash stuff is just kind of like, I like to, hey, let's have a little faith. Everything's worked out up until now, right?
Yeah, they were, I think right now, like the only, there's like rewards for, other, DFS spots, but yeah, that's why I don't think it's like this is like it. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm staying patient, but I get people like, being upset.
Especially if it's taking like a daily grinder's food off his table. If he does this professionally or does it full time, I totally get it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm with you. I'm remaining hopeful. At the end of the day, as long as the draft tab is on my screen, man, I'm just like I'm thankful.
Yeah.
just let me draft.
It's a hilarious comment from Nick. No can do. Got to make funny tweets for my very demanding 300 followers, 180 porn bots. Good stuff. Positive spin zone here from Line of Scrimmage. Tugboat, man. Tugboat last night, left-handed, Ladner's finest. I saw that kid pitch when he was like 13 or 14. He had the exact same body complex as he does now. CC Sabathia light. Maybe CC Sabathia heavy from the left side there. Yeah, super cool to see. Another left-handed star from Ladner, BC to follow in James Paxton and Jeff Francis's footsteps.
My dad sent me a pitching ninja tweet of like Tugboat as a kid and now side by side. I didn't realize. I was just like, oh, it's just a kid that pitches just like this other big guy. Right. I didn't know that that's who that was. He had really good mechanics as a kid.
Dude, he was really so nasty.
Really good lefty mechanics as a kid.
he was like the only reason that Team Canada's World Baseball Classic team had a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or not World Baseball Classic, Little League World Series team. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like he looked good as a lefty, like as a kid. Like that was like super impressive.
Yeah. I do believe he was on the World Baseball Classic team as well, though, but as a reliever this year.
It makes sense, right? I mean, I know they got some athletes up there, but you would think a major leaguer would make that roster.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Definitely got to be on our toes here because I don't have ranks in, and I don't want to take this Tyson fall.
Yep.
Are you in on Fannin? As you can see, I only have 44.3%, but people love him.
I'm good without it. I'm fine.
He's been
falling too. I like Harvey and Goff. Or sorry, Harvey and Goff. Like I just don't think you push Goff again. He never makes it back.
I'm gonna take Harvey, and then yeah.
I mean, if you like,
it's a double.
Yeah, like if you like Bill enough to shut down your running back room, but we just kind of openly discussed how some of those back end rookie running backs are becoming more tantalizing to us. That like, hey man, we're starting Gibbs and Kyron every single week. One of Warren or Harvey's hitting our flex. Let's just take one last dart to break the slate in the last round at running back, and we can go 3 tight end and 4 more wide receiver here, 5 more wide receiver if we really wanted.
Yeah, you can always tack on a luxury 5th running back on almost like any team. So leaving that open for one of those rookies like you were talking about, I think is the move. And that's just so hard for me because Bill's just been like an auto click for me pretty much like anytime he's within like 10 picks of me because I think he's just so undervalued. But yeah, I think we did the right thing there. Getting that Lions double, it would have been a really difficult push. Emwald has Josh Allen, so like maybe he would have let him fall, but I have no problem taking him here because other than Bill, I didn't have a player that I was like pounding the table for. So that made that easier for me to do.
And you never really sneak him by the Amon-Ra drafter and the Laporta drafter on the other side. So you know what I mean? Like he's just always one of those comfy clicks.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's true.
Yeah. We got some in-room sniping here. Emwald, why? Oh, it's Bill Krosky Merritt. That's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Frost just gonna cry no matter what.
That's good. Pump in the brakes to see what's coming in with the new contest, but I agree the new logo sucks. Oh, fucking hilarious. Big Sploosh asking, would y'all ever work for the other side setting the lines? Honestly, man, I'm not smart enough.
No.
I'm not smart enough.
Yeah, that is not listen, man. The people that do that are not us. I don't know if you know this or not. We are not the line setters, brother. We are the reason that the buildings in Vegas are so tall and the lights are so bright.
Yeah, I mean, like I could do like the monitor the market and copy paste and whatever, but if I was smart enough to be like setting stuff for like any book or any place, like Underdog included or whatever, you're probably in this little isolated window where it would be more financially lucrative for you to be like a syndicate on the prediction markets and set your own lines, assuming you have liquidity to take advantage of like basically being the sharp, being the peer-to-peer book that other people are playing into. So if I had that in my bag, like, yeah, but
so much of that, yeah, like that, at the end of the day, it's not ball knowledge for line setting. No. So it's
market knowledge.
And of course we're ball knowers. But yeah, no thanks. That also doesn't seem fun to me either.
I could see the appeal in it, but
I guess if I was making money, sure, making money is fun no matter what, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like swing trading, day trading, crypto trading, like where you just kind of catch the middle and stuff.
Just want to see where Tyson went here. Went 111 to Will Sweepyhead, who is in our drafts often. All right, we are on the clock. Damn, of course, not going to get that.
This is good. This is good. It fits the theme of the show. We get an upside swing on Casey. We never take them. We talked about rookies. Let's do it.
Okay, and then I'm just going to throw some guys in the queue that I like. Ferg stacks, but I'm not. I don't like Ferg. I'm not a big Ferg guy right now.
Okay.
Shakir gives us some wide receiver 2. C-Rod's here.
I wouldn't take C-Rod on here. If you want to take running back, I'd take Keaton and take a huge swing, but I think wide receiver's the play here. And I think it's Myers or Debo. Either or.
Let's go Myers. Little ADP fall. I was a Myers bull, and then I slowed down when I saw, everybody's ranks and just kind of like the direction things were going. It's like, okay, Myers is falling. I'm gonna chill. But right now, I think Myers is at a really good price. Tied to a good offense, and I think he's I think he's gonna, be up there in routes run. I'm not worried about him coming off the field really, but maybe that's ignorant. I don't know. I think he's a professional ass wide receiver, and they paid him. So
fair enough. Yeah, it's a good point by Sploosh that the system's in place. You just slightly adjust. I have seen the sausage get made, and that's
I have not. I'm the guy consuming the sausage. Hey yo. Hey yo.
Hey whoa.
Get kids here, man.
I think I told this story once upon a time, but I'll never forget this. This was early before Underdog, when I was just doing, some draft stuff, and I was doing FFPC and like that kind of stuff back in the day. But I've played in this high stakes poker guys league for over a decade now, and it's just a bunch of bros, and guys really care and they're really passionate about it, and they would set alarms on the East Coast for 2 a.m. to wake up and do waivers and shit like this. Like they took it really seriously, and it was a big chunk of change. But I think it was my second year ever in the league, and I've only ever won the league one time, or maybe twice. But anyways, this is over a decade ago, and it's a Monday night for the championship. And these guys are sicko degenerates, so we have like extra minus points for a pick 6 on your quarterback, and we have individual IDP, and we have team defense, which is kind of spiked a little bit. Like it's just a full like bro crapshoot league for a lot of money kind of thing. But guys have spent, and they'll never adjust it because they've spent so much time studying. And these guys play like one league a year for this one, right? Anyways, Monday night game, 3 minutes left in it or whatever. We were watching it at a bar. My girlfriend at the time, now wife, we were going to the Christmas market. So we leave the games. It's all good, man. Like there's nothing that could possibly happen. Navarro Bowman, pick 6 off Matt Ryan, where the guy had Navarro Bowman and he had the 49ers defense, and I had the minus Matt Ryan fantasy points. All that takes place. I'm still up 1 fantasy point on the last play of the Monday night game, and Matt Ryan throws an unnecessary, unneeded Hail Mary at the buzzer, arm punt, pick 6 for the minus, or just pick, rather, not a pick 6, pick for the -2. And that whole sequence of events in a 30-second span cost me the league.
Wow. For the championship, too. That's insane.
Yeah. And I'm sure I've had worse ones, and I've had worse beats when we're playing, best ball, or we're sweating the daily games. I'm sure I've had worse beats, but that's like the one that will forever live with me,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God. That's the stacking of IDP and defense is crazy. Okay.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Jawan, did this room take Jawan? They did.
Dude, let's take Strange as our first quarterback or first tight end.
Okay.
Just because we already made a bet on Myers, it feels okay. And then we could get either our last running back is a ceiling shot on tank contingent, or we get like Jalen Noel or something like this as like a ceiling shot guy.
Okay, let's do. I'd be down for tank.
Sure, and then shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems fun.
Could have also done like a. Could have also done like a Ferg times Tyron and like made a big bet on like Rams score a lot of points in week 17, but it funnels through those two guys. So you're killing the Puka and Devonta teams too.
Yeah.
But it's a little granular.
In hindsight too, I think I might have thrown out Dalton Schultz, but I don't know if you would have went for that.
Yeah, I mean, we only had one tight end. So honestly, you could have pitched me any tight end in that range, and I would have heard you out. Yeah.
We're gonna like the tight ends that come back to us, though. That's the nice thing about tight end. And you know me, I'm not afraid to take 4 if it makes sense. So
sure. Yeah. Yeah, we did our first 4, or maybe I was personal last night. Did my first 4 tight end build in BBM.
Yeah.
I'll share it with the people here.
I thought it was pretty good too.
Let's see. We got a half second before the next pick here. Oh, I got to do those Dalmatians this weekend. All right, here we go. We got a second. Keenan Allen's new ADP goes in there. A 2. What was it? 2-5-7-4. Bo Nix, Jared Goff, Achan, Kyron, ETN, aka Achan. We got double Achan correlation. Holy shit, forgot about that one. Bucky Irving, Jonah Coleman, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DK Metcalf, Sutton, Wilson, Coker, Debo, Pat Bryant, shut it down. And then just all tight ends after 161. Schultz, Otten, Sadiq with like that 20-point fall stealing shot, and then contingent bet on Michael Mayer with the last one.
Yeah, that's fun, man. That's a sick Sadiq fall. My God.
Yeah, like if you're gonna build a tight end room that is 4, you kind of do it like this. It has to be 2 quarterback, and it has to be like largely stacked bet, and then like 4 ceiling shooters with 2 floor guys or something.
Yeah, no, that's a fun 4 tight end room, and you get that the Dalton Schultz before the ADP movement.
We're bending the knee and capitulating to the Pepper Prince was right all along. Maybe
he was onto something, man, and he was mogging me with the with his Keenan exposure as well. So I think this guy just knows ball.
Wow, nice. I did not see that.
Dalton Schultz to 161 still. He goes after Ferguson. You're insane, Frog. Taking Ferguson over Schultz is like asinine.
After yesterday.
I mean, dude, that's hilarious, man.
Len Keith is in the chat sweating the big slide piece that he got us this morning here that I couldn't participate because I don't have a working mobile device right now. So I couldn't log into my Underdog for half an hour this morning.
He didn't send us the one that he's sweating. So
yeah, he did. Yeah, it was Gavin Williams 10.5K is or something like that.
Oh man. Oh, that came. Well, that was like right. Oh my God, that was right before fucking showtime.
Right before lock. Right before show.
Son of a bitch. Emmett Johnson goes. It's fine.
Yeah, I think we're tight end here and we're wide receiver here on out.
Yeah.
You could get away with a cheeky third quarterback, like if you did like Sadiq Gino or something, but I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, not with these guys left. Damn, I like Trey Tucker. Wicks, AD Mitchell, Pat Bryant. What do you think about those guys?
We got RJ Harvey. Let's do Pat Bryant and make a little bit of a Broncos bet.
Okay.
And then I'm cool to do Wicks as well, and then do
2-5-7-4.
4 tight ends. Yeah, I'm good with it. But you also know that I would take the ceiling shot on Gadsden. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gadsden, I guess, like for sure could have been an option with knowing that we're going to go 4. Yeah, I think it could have made sense. I really like Wicks and Bryant. So this feels like this is a sick team. Like great. I feel super confident about quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously feel good about the running back room. I feel really good about the wide receivers, man. George Pickens, Jameson Williams, DJ Moore, Casey Concepcion, Jacoby Myers, Pat Bryant, and Wicks. Like 2 of like our favorite, kind of like late round darlings right now that stopped rising, but like probably could continue to rise, and I would still click their names. with the, here's your rookie. Here's our rookie, guys. We got him.
Yeah.
We promised we would take some rookies. Yeah, I really like the way this team's coming together, and we could essentially queue up every tight end and push the plan. But we're gonna talk it through.
Yeah, we'll battle it through here and see what fits profile wise for us and see what we can get interested in. The Gadsden one's just interesting to me, man. Like, we're talking about a dude who's like second generation NFL guy. His dad would have played 10 years in the league if he was younger. Like, his dad was there from like 26 to like 33 or something like that. Like, came into the league like old, like back in the day style. Like, if he had started at like his son's age, like, he would have stayed in the league. Like, his son's only 23. He was an impact rookie tight end, which we know in this league is tough. I'm not willing to throw that all away just because David Njoku signed for effectively vet minimum kind of vibes, like a little bit better than that, but a little bit incentive laden. And the fact that they went out and got Charlie Kohler, who was, with his original OC kind of vibe, or with the original coaching staff between the Harbaughs kind of thing. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not willing to throw out 690 and 4 or whatever it was, 690 and 3.
I know. I'm with you, man. I think that's such a good case, and one that I think is like a very strong case for Gadsden. And I liked Gadsden last year. It's just, for me right now, like the biggest thing that really had me off Gadsden was like him playing in the preseason and then Njoku and Kolar off to the side.
Right.
He didn't get that treatment.
Right.
Like, why do you need him like in there still? I don't know what they're working on, but
yeah.
It's really hard to like look at that and not, maybe you can think nothing of that. And
sure.
You know what, like, salute. But for me, I think that's something that, I can't ignore, like the people that are on Charlie Kolar are good at this shit. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So like, I'm not trying to be total head in the sand and like ignore the writing on the wall and ignore the, the projections that everybody is kind of seeing that exists for Charlie Kolar. So instead of being a Charlie Kolar guy, I'm just like not taking Gadsden.
Sure. Yeah. Good segue to tonight. Chargers play tonight. I mean, I guess we'll get another glimpse at what's potentially going on there. Niners versus Chargers tonight. And there's also Raiders Texans this evening. So we might get a little peek at what the rotation in some of those back end wide receivers. I know people want to get excited about Noel and Hutchinson. I don't know. Maybe we see a little Tank Dell this evening. I haven't looked into research wise what the hell's going on for rotations tonight, but top of mind is, Mike Washington, Malik Benson. Let's do this. Yeah.
I mean, I know we just took Muth, but I would like Muth for one of these. And then what do you think about the next one?
Sure. I mean, Gunnar Helm feels like the ceiling shot, but I am a little bit worried about the quarterback play in which we've seen. Greg Dulcich, it feels like, hey man, some of these wide receivers are coming back, and maybe we were over our skis a little early on the Dulcich ADP. Waller, red zone specialist. I guess Dulcich. I guess Waller.
Yeah. I don't feel great about Dulcich, but he's another one that I've seen people taking more. And he did dodge the Waller signing. And Jonnu's like, still out there. Like he might kind of cuck him, but yeah, I don't know. I think 193 is pretty good when I've seen him go ahead of ADP like quite a bit lately.
Okay. Yeah.
I think, I have no problem with the wide receivers we took, but I think in hindsight, I think I probably would have rather had Sadiq than one of these two, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I still like those guys a lot. I don't feel bad about having them on the team.
I tend to agree with you. I think that's an astute point to point out about the roster. The nice thing I'm going to say on Dulcich with the last pick we just made, because we were kind of forced into this build that we created for ourselves, as you're alluding to, is it at least Chad likes him. So Chad's smart. Chad's sharp. He proved it in weekly winners. He's got a big Greg Dulcich bag, so let's go with it.
All right. Nice.
I'm pretty sure he does.
I know Chad Candles does.
Oh, Chad Candles who has it. I thought it was Chad Lee. Like Lee had it. Well, Chad Candles is good too. He's fine. He's smart too. Yeah.
He made the dog bowl. People forget.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's also got a good sweat in the Pat Mayo golf contest right now.
Fingers crossed. Run good. Run good, sir.
The old one and dones. Charlie Kohler's playing center. That was good. Okay, I missed this. So Liam was roasting the Charlie Kohler stuff. Says he looks like a janitor. That's funny.
Awesome. Carry the flame, Liam.
We had a good conversation about him yesterday as dating one of Dave's buddies' girls or whatever. So now the Charlie Kohler is like a bit of a meme in the friend group. So I thought that was a pretty good reason to get interested in him, just for meme equity.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Better than most reasons I've heard, I will say.
Emwald saying John's got to bounce, but as the resident Josh Allen draft expert, can you take a look at his draft after?
Yeah, I got you.
There you go.
I can do that since you're a member and you asked.
And you asked so nicely. Yeah.
Listen here. Listen
here, microphone talking man. Judge my draft.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think, man? Hey, I have Jacoby Myers, Casey Concepcion, Pat Frymuth with my keeper league. Who should I keep, man?
Microphone talky boy, say something.
Is Nick gonna take a tight end? Yeah, probably, which is gonna be annoying as fuck.
Remember KLS from last year?
Yeah, dude, we made the super cut of that. Okay, I'm probably Parkinson.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, dude. Yeah, high scoring offense. It's kind of like the inverse of the bet we talked about earlier with Ferg plus Kyron. I'm good with it.
What if the tight end won for the Rams last year is the tight end one for the Rams this year?
Sure. Yeah, why not? Nezzy, I'm going to bounce here. Give the people the sauce and give the people the nice exit. I'll enjoy some drafting with you tomorrow, my friend.
Sounds good. See you tomorrow. Enjoy your chores or whatever it is you have ahead of you.
Breaking fucking tile and ripping out carpet right now. I'm a blue collar man. Look at these fucking hands. They're going to get dirty, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. You're blue pants, buddy. See you, John. All right. Let's look at these teams. We're going to look at my team and Emwald's team. Because I got to pee. I got to bounce. It's 2 hours. My time's up. But 2574 for us. Like I said, I wish we had Sadiq on this one, man. But, for 4 tight ends, whatever. I don't draft Aldrich a lot. Dak Prescott, Jared Goff. Running backs are Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyron Williams, Jalen Warren, RJ Harvey, and Tank Bigsby. Wide receivers, George Pickens, Jameson Williams, DJ Moore, Casey Concepcion, Jacoby Myers, Pat Bryant, and Dontavian Wicks. And then the tight end room of 4 is Brenton Strange, Pat Fryermuth, shout out Penn State, Greg Dulcich, and Colby Parkinson. I do have confidence in Strange and Muth being floor merchants. Maybe Dulcich ends up being a target hog in Miami. That's the thesis that is being floated. I do just worry that he gets cucked before the season starts. And Colby Parkinson is tied to a fun offense, and they run heavy personnel a bunch. I like all our wide receivers. DJ Moore is not one that I would have done on my own, but John, when you're collaborating with somebody else, it's good to listen to them, draft the players they suggest, and get different textures on your team. I like this team well enough, man. I like it well enough. Not mad at it, but I'm not stoked about it. Emwald, he took a Josh Allen share and went 2.664. So let's see what he did. Josh Allen and Jordan Love, good quarterback room, obviously. Breece Hall, Quinshon Judkins, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt at ADP, very nice. Aaron Jones, Marshawn Lloyd, Nick Singleton, love the RB room. Love this trio you have to start. You get Aaron Jones, who can get into the mix. You have Marshawn Lloyd, who can potentially get in the mix with upside, and then Singleton is a fun late round pick that I enjoy still. I think there's a couple different outs for Singleton this season. Wide receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Carnell Tate, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, Khalil Shakir. So you lock down your wide. This is a really good team. Lock down your wide receiver room. You got 6 really good wide receivers here that can, hit your wide receiver spots at any week and even flex. You could potentially flex one of these guys. And then you went Schultz, Barner, Otten, and Darren Waller. Yeah, this team, I think I like your team better than mine. I think this is a pretty good team, Emwald. So good shit. Just close your eyes and take Josh Allen sometimes and see what happens. It doesn't feel good, but I think, if you are a good drafter, you should be taking more Josh Allen than I think you would normally take. Just because it seems like all the guys that are good at this stuff don't take Josh Allen. And maybe that's why they're good, because they don't take Josh Allen, or you now have all the good Josh Allen teams because you're competing against other Josh Allen teams that aren't well built. I did not take a T because Microphone Man was going to yell at me because I'm not a member. That's right. You're out here, no badge. You're lucky we even let you. You're lucky we even let you speak. Yeah, no John. Now we can finally talk freely about Najee. It didn't feel good at the time, but really liked how it finished. No, I think you did. I think you did good. Man, all right. So 2 more BBMs down the hatch for me, you guys. I have how many left, man? 60 left exactly. I have some slows going, but 60 left exactly. Yeah, sometimes you just got to be an alpha, man. It is what it is. Yeah, fun show, man. Fun talking about some rookies. We're nearing the close of NFL best ball season. So, just kind of soaking it up while we can. Yeah, if you guys haven't liked the video, just press like for us, please. I think it helps. And yeah, this was a good time. Thank you, Nick, for swinging through. Go out and go out and get your milk, and then come back months later. The kids miss you. Back tomorrow. Baseball is on the table, I believe, because it's going to be a big main slate for Friday, and then probably football. The usual. Appreciate you guys. Take care. Peace. Everybody's favorite time to show the end.